Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Dressing gown settings. Chelsea are through to the Carabao Cup League Cup final. A dismal Spurs sort of slivered past us, mate. We didn't. Look, it wasn't a classic. 1-0 away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 3-0 on aggregate. Probably should have been a lot more considering the first leg at Stamford Bridge. They really got away with a 2-0 loss there. Should have been a lot more. To be honest, they would have had hope going into this game, and Chelsea doused all hope for the vast majority of that game with a, partially rotated side and starting again with a new formation with Malang Sarr playing left back. Lots to talk about today. If you're feeling good, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, drop a like. Chelsea have got into the cup final. It is... Thomas Tuchel has reached every single final of every competition he's been in with Chelsea, FA Cup, Champions League, and now League Cup. Who's to say we won't get into more finals? Club World Cup, Champions League again, FA Cup? It could happen. It could happen. So, of course, 2-0 up from Stamford Bridge. It was a cakewalk, really. Let's talk about the players that started. It was Kepa Rudiger in goal. Spoiler! Man of the match for me. Man of the match. The best player. Lots of saves, good with his feet, good intelligent player as a goalkeeper, was probably getting loads of stick from the Spurs fans, didn't shake him, he was really, really good, and of course he did good work to notify the officials of that medical emergency in the crowd, and not that that's related to obviously his performance on the pitch. But I was very, very happy with Kepa Rudiger. Malang Sarr left back, Rudiger and Christensen as a centre-back, pairing with Cedar Azpilicueta playing a right back. The engine room consisted of Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic. Strong. Then we had Hudson-Odoi and Mason Mount playing as a sort of... It was kind of like a 4-2-2-2, but like Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi playing in behind Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku. Substitute appearances from Loftus-Cheek, Ziyech, Kante and Alonso, and we went to a back three after we had some favourable VAR calls, but all correct. 2 penalties were given against us, both incorrect, and both remedied by VAR. Probably took far too long, and they had a goal ruled out for offside. That moment where everyone was confused and they'd forgotten the rule of the 2-man between the goal and the ball, because Antonio Rudiger looked like he was playing him onside. That's not the offside rule. You forgot it. I certainly forgot it. The goal was ruled offside. That would have been Kane's 250th goal. Still on 249, I'm afraid, big man. And ultimately, we do it. So let's run through how the game went quickly. I mean, we scored on the 18th minute. Mason Mount, another assist for Mason Mount. Antonio Rudiger scoring a header. Everyone ripples across Twitter. Sign that thing, big man. Or, the Mike Tyson. Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract. You know that meme. It's on my Instagram. Hey, follow me on Instagram, @FootballYannick. And from there, we saw loads of changes on both sides. Well, 3 substitutes for Conte, and then all 5 for Thomas Tuchel that wanted to utilise his ability. We generally squeezed the life out of that game in a good way. We played pretty much in their defensive third. We had the vast majority of possession. Let's read out the stats for you, ladies and gentlemen. Interestingly, they had more shots, but they were largely speculative, and they all came sort of later in the game when Chelsea had won the tie, pretty much. 15 shots to Chelsea's 13. They had 36% possession, easy for me to say, for Chelsea's 64% possession. They only had 77% passing accuracy to our 90. Similar dribbles, we just edge it with dribbles. They win it with aerials, Conte side, with tackles as well, the side defending, and ultimately, we just sort of held the ball for longer, tried to kept the ball away from anywhere and out goal for the most part. And ultimately, it was an Antonio Rudiger header that saw us defeat Antonio Conte's Tottenham. And I'm feeling pretty good. Mate, this is like... what would it be? Liverpool, or I want to talk about player performances. You know what? Let's do player performances now. Kepa Rudiger, man of the match for me. Antonio Rudiger scored a goal, was pretty good defensively. I think had it not been for Kepa's saves and just commanding performance, I probably would have put Antonio Rudiger at man of the match. Let me know your man of the match down at the bottom. To be honest, out of the back line, they were all okay. The most impressive for me was Malang Sarr, because he was good. He was good as a fullback, quite defensive as you'd expect. Of course, he's left-footed, but he's been instructed well to get up the pitch well. Remember, he doesn't usually play in a back three, I didn't think, in Ligue 1. I might be wrong about that. So, suddenly he's been told to play as a fullback and run up the pitch. In a back three, sometimes you can advance. So he played really well, and plus he was winding up Lo Celso loads. I'm here for that. I am here for that. So, yeah, Malang Sarr was very, very... Maybe my, third choice for man of the match behind Rudiger and Kepa Rudiger. Kovacic, good dribbling, good moments. Jorginho, fine. Probably Mason Mount, other than the cross for the goal, pretty disappointing. He hasn't had his best performances the last couple of games. Similarly, Hudson-Odoi didn't think was particularly good. I think... Actually, no, that's unfair. No, he was good... in moments to the byline, dribbling or whatever, nothing great, but it was fine. But he was good defensively, and that is one thing that I tweeted out that I've noticed of Hudson-Odoi, that under Thomas Tuchel, his defensive game has developed so much, and he deserves a shout out for that. Lukaku, he nearly scored a wonder goal when he bullied the defender, brought the ball down and hit it and forced a save. I think he had another couple of good moments, but he's not hit his straps, is he, Lukaku? It wasn't a disaster class by any means, but it just wasn't, he hit that volley, skydived volley. Do you really judge him for that? Wasn't really great. Timo Werner, I think actually was pretty good. I think he was a really good team player. I'm looking on WhoScored.com here. He got the highest rating out of him, Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi, and Mount. Werner got the highest rating. I actually think that, he worked really well. He pressed well. He retained possession. Didn't make any killer passes, assists or goal. But in terms of keeping the ball in the final third and pressing well and passing well, I think it was fine. I think he was good, and I think ultimately we got the job done. I think the players, they knew where they were and what position they were in, and they took advantage of that and utilised their position of power. The subs, is there any worth mentioning the subs? Not really. Alonso came on, got booed. That's what happens at Tottenham. And so we're in the final. And Liverpool or Arsenal? Who do you want? I have watched us lose to Arsenal recently, and if I say recently, it was under Conte actually, at Wembley, and that was sad, and we were heavy favourites. We also, when Arteta's team was really bad, he beat us, he beat Lampard's Chelsea in the final. I'm just sort of done with Arsenal in finals, but I'd hate losing to, I think Liverpool, they feel like a closer rival to us at the moment in terms of where we are, and I don't know. I guess you'd prefer Arsenal. Let me know who you'd prefer down in the comment section for a finalist, an opponent in the final. Do you want Arsenal or do you want... because, they'll be back from AFCON, won't they? So the players, I think probably you'd want Arsenal. Chelsea got a strong chance of winning it, though, especially if we settle more. We still got that air of needing to settle, and we could still bring someone back in the transfer window. So, I did a Chelsea news video this morning. It is looking unlikely that Emerson comes back, apparently. Well, Chelsea feel confident, but I've since read stuff that it's unlikely. I don't know what to believe, but of course, keep it locked to Football Therapy, and I will keep you guys updated with that story. We've recalled Kennedy. Not to play him, apparently, to loan him out again, so, I'll spare you of your heart attacks, but we still need to do something in this window, January window, to offer ourselves some cover. Guys, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Please do drop a like if you're amped we're through to the final. Feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe if you're new. You're all welcome. Turn the bell on. Chelsea news every single ruddy day here on Football Therapy. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you keep it locked. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.